Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Bernardo Silva as Barcelona are not in a position to bid for the 80 million euro Man City baller. The player could join PSG. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Pablo Torre as the Barca midfielder will not be part of the US tour as he nears a loan exit. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Over the past few days, reports of Barcelona's interest in Manchester City superstar Bernardo Silva are once again doing the rounds. The Blaugrana have been chasing his signing for close to 3 years now and are once again hoping to sign him, with Xavi seeking a player like the 28-year-old to improve the quality and level of his squad. It has been suggested that Bernardo Silva himself is keen on the move to Barcelona and is willing to make efforts to secure a move to the Catalan club. However, according to the latest report from Thomas Adriel of Sport, Barca are not in a position to make a bid for Silva at this moment, owing to their financial situation. As such, PSG may be the best placed club to sign the Portuguese international this summer. The Catalans are not in the best of positions financially, and so they are relying on player sales to make new signings for now. At a time when they are settling for cost-effective targets like Oriol Romeo and Ivan Fresneda, going for Silva, who is likely to cost 80 million euros, would be out of the equation. Meanwhile, PSG have been working so hard to sign the Portuguese international for months now, thanks to the presence of director Luis Campos, who had signed Silva at AS Monaco from Benfica in the past. The Ligue 1 champions have the entire roadmap laid out for the signing of the 28-year-old, and a transfer could be completed as soon as all parties reach an agreement on the financial aspects. It must also be noted that Silva has a monstrous 40 million euro per year contract offer from Saudi Arabia, 5 times what he currently makes at Manchester City. However, the 28-year-old is likely to snub that proposal, and as things stand, all roads appear to be leading to PSG. Of course, Bernardo Silva's name strongly linked to Barca once again, and as we all know, our financial state of mind, in fact, our financial state currently does not permit the signing. This is a guy who is rated at 80 million euros. So how on earth do Barca start to sign him? Because the only possibility is a loan move, which I definitely think is still going to be very, very expensive because the loan fee is not going to be easy for a player of this caliber. And definitely, I think, despite the fact that Xavi Hernandez is a big fan of the player, it's still going to be difficult. We know that for sure this summer is different from last summer where there were economic levers everywhere. Laporta was selling shares of the club, percentage of this, percentage of that, some assets in order to get the money. But right now, it is not permitted anymore, as now Barca are more hoping for player sales and the little space they have in order to sign and register new signings. And of course, the players that we have signed so far, by the way, they haven't been registered. I'm talking about Ilkay Gundogan, talking about players like Inigo Martinez. Those players are still to be registered. So you can imagine the state of affairs now that the club is going through. It's not easy. And of course, to get these players registered is very important. Very, very important. Even though Laporta have already assured us that before La Liga starts on August 12th, those players will be registered. I definitely hope so, because we have come through a lot of scenarios in past couple of seasons when players are not registered when La Liga have kickstarted, which is not a good sign at all. Of course, we hope that things will go well this summer. We still have some considerable long periods, some weeks, in fact some months to go. Hoping that Barca should sign the players that will bring a change to this club, positive change, make us compete, and make Barca a great team again. That is what we all want. We want Barca to be that team that was being feared by many teams in Europe. Because right now, whenever a team is drawn against Barca, that fear factor is no more there, which is really painful as a Barca fan, saying that some other clubs don't care about who Barca is. They play Barca like they are playing their fellow level, which was not like that in the past. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, as Barcelona continue to focus on player exits, they could be on the cusp of bidding goodbye to one of their young stars, albeit on a temporary basis. Pablo Torre closing in on a loan move to, um, I don't know, by the way, we don't know yet. Indeed, according to Mundo Deportivo, Pablo Torre will not be traveling to USA with the rest of the squad for pre-season as he hopes to finalize loan exit by next week. Torre joined Barca last summer from Racing Santander. The Catalans beating Real Madrid to his signing. The 20-year-old starlet struggled for game time last season under Xavi. He featured just 13 times in all competitions, finishing just with one goal and one assist. Ilkay Gundogan have arrived, and Xavi now is looking to add another creative midfielder if finances permit. The youngster situation was not going to improve in the upcoming season. As such, Torre is now set to leave on loan in order to continue his progression and development while gaining experience in the highest level. And as per the report, Girona appear to be the front runners to sign the young player on temporary arrangement for next season. Barca are already negotiating with Girona for Romeo, and talks for Torre are also being held, although both are seen as separate operations, and the Catalans are waiting for their local rivals to send in a formal offer before giving the okay for the move. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.